everyone, welcome and welcome back to JUENFO Kitchen, where we just enjoy food. So let's enjoy this easy, delicious brown stew chicken. I have a whole chicken here that's already prepped, cleaned and washed. There's a video on the channel that shows you in detail if you're interested, so I'll go ahead and link it. This chicken is about 3.5 to 4 pounds, so if you're not using a whole chicken, you can just substitute for whatever part of the chicken you like. Season however you like. I'm going to start with some freshly blended green seasoning. I just made a fresh batch of this, so it just makes sense to use it since it already has everything that I'd use to season. For those who don't know, the green seasoning is an all-natural homemade blend of fresh herbs and spices. I'll link the 2 videos that I have here on the channel. A good practice is just to make a fresh batch at the beginning of the week so you can have it ready, and it will save you so much time in the kitchen, especially if you're a busy parent or professional. I'm adding a generous amount of the green seasoning, about 1/4 cup, some all-purpose, salt, black pepper, and occasionally I like to add some jerk seasoning. Remember, jerk seasoning is very versatile. It's not just for making jerk, it's actually great in stews as well. This is my favorite brand. It's not a sponsored video or anything. There's also a jerk seasoning recipe on the channel, which I'll go ahead and link. The jerk seasoning has quite a bit of salt in it, so I made sure to cut the amount of salt that was added. And finally, we're going to add some browning. 1 to 2 teaspoons, as some brands are a bit stronger than some. Start with 1 teaspoon if you're not sure. You can always add more later on. Remember, we're making brown stew chicken, so we don't want our chicken to be black. If you have the time, you can allow it to marinate for about an hour or even overnight, but since this is a quick dinner, I'm going to let it sit for about 15 minutes while I clean up a bit. After that, I'm going to heat up some coconut oil or use any oil of your choice. Make sure it's well hot so the chicken can sear well, and after you add it, let it sit for about a minute before you start turning it. Then saute for 3 to 5 minutes. It will start to spring its own juices by then. I'm going to add a bit more fresh thyme and then cover and let it cook in its own juices for another 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, this is what it looks like so far. Now I'm going to add some water, which is hot. We don't want to drop the temperature. We'll also be adding some vegetables to this stew, so the carrot goes in from now. It's a lot denser, so it will hold up. I'm using the other piece of my bread end to make some breadcrumbs, which will be used as a thickener. This is optional, of course. As stated before, I don't eat this part of the bread, so instead of throwing it away, I try to use them in recipes where I can. Now I'm going to let that cook for another 10 minutes. After that, we're going to add all the other ingredients. As you can see, this doesn't take long to cook at all. I'm going to add some tomato paste. You can use ketchup. I prefer tomato paste for a number of reasons. It's a lot richer and adds a good depth of flavor. Ketchup doesn't add that much flavor in my opinion, and it can be a bit overpowering if you use too much. With tomato paste, a little goes a long way. I'm also going to add the remaining vegetables, which is 1 small tomato and a bell pepper. Remember, you can always taste and adjust according to your preference, and if it needs more water, you can add some as well. And we're going to give that another 5 to 10 minutes. And after that, you're going to have the most flavorful, amazing brown stew chicken. 30 to 35 minutes and you're done. From a nutritional standpoint, it checks all the boxes. It's easy, quick and healthy. Add this to your quick and easy dinners or weeknight recipes. You can find the recipe below. Please show your appreciation by simply hitting the like button and subscribing. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, live life to the fullest and just enjoy food.